guys. Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the conversation. Listen, Kevin Hart is despicable, and I'm so happy to see that his supposed friend, but there's no way they could ever really be friends, because if Kevin Hart was really this guy's friend, he never would have did what he had done. And I'm just happy to be able to share this news with you guys and talk about it. So you remember the scandal, Kevin Hart cheating on his then pregnant wife, Aniko Hart, it being recorded, they were in Vegas, and then he tried to put this story out that his best friend was extorting him. That's like a thing that he really loves to use. He loves to throw this extortion thing around. He tried it with Tasha K to say that someone on her team was trying to extort him because she did an interview with his former assistant, and he was saying, I guess, that her doing an interview was a violation of her non-disclosure agreement. But Tasha K didn't have a non-disclosure agreement with Kevin Hart, right? And all she did was interview the girl. She didn't put any words in her mouth. She didn't make her do what she was doing. She said she did not pay her to do the interview. And Tasha K said she doesn't pay anyone to do interviews. She may pay for their travel and whatever if they're coming into the town. But to pay them to do an interview is not something that she does. So no one can say, well, she paid me to say the things that I said. And I 100% respect that and understand it. So when he sued Tasha K and the former assistant after the interview was done, which, to be quite honest with you, nobody was really checking for the interview. I'm just going to be honest, because not that many people really care about Kevin Hart. Most people with common sense knows that Kevin Hart is douchebag. This was before the Cat Williams infamous, I don't even call it an interview, because in my opinion, Shannon Sharpe is not an interviewer. He's just somebody that for whatever reason, people want to go on his platform and talk. And to be honest, Cat Williams, he was going on his platform to respond to a lot of the people that had already been on Shannon Sharpe's platform, that what Cat Williams said was telling lies about specific things or even possibly him. And he wanted to respond to it, like Ricky Smiley, Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer. So honestly, Shannon Sharpe got lucky, because Cat Williams, if he really wanted to, he could have just gone on his own Instagram or whatever platform he uses for social media and call everybody to the yard and go off on all these people on his own platform. You know, so it wasn't even so much Shannon Sharpe did this great interview. A lot of people give him a lot of credit that I just don't believe he really deserves. But I digress. This isn't about Shannon Sharpe or even about Cat Williams. But we know Cat Williams did mention Kevin Hart a few times in that discussion, in that conversation. So with that being said, it's being reported that Kevin Hart's former friend, jtjackson, who Kevin Hart lied about extorting him, is suing him for $12 million. And I'm all here for it. So he's suing him for allegedly lying on him and submitting false information to the DA office in order to falsely accuse him of attempting to extort him. Jackson is claiming that Kevin staged the entire thing to advance his career while ruining Jackson's career in the process. Back in 2021, Jackson was cleared of all extortion claims after Kevin accused him of attempting to extort him with a sex tape. Jackson had allegedly recorded Hart cheating on his wife without permission and was allegedly using the video to extort him for money. After a lengthy court battle, Hart and Jackson decided to settle the lawsuit with a contract that stated Hart was supposed to clear Jackson's name with a post, but according to the lawsuit, Hart failed to do so. In fact, he reportedly made it worse and ruin Jackson's career in the process. Jackson's lawsuit also claimed that during the initial lawsuit, Kevin allegedly sent his legal team a falsified document that was eventually sent to the DA office and used during the lawsuit. According to the lawsuit, forensic analysis by two independent experts indicates that the email at the center of the case, claimed to have been sent on April 27, 2018, was actually created on May 17, 2019, more than a year after the alleged extortion attempt. Turns out the document that Hart claimed was from Jackson to extort him was really created on Microsoft Word. Jackson's 2018 arrest and subsequent prosecution were all based on this falsified document. Jackson is suing for breach of contract, fraud, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. And I'm all here for it. Now, Kevin Hart having the nerve to lie on his alleged friend, and then the nerve to sue Tasha K for extortion because she was doing an interview with his former assistant. Tasha K didn't owe him any loyalty, and so if this was an interview that she was going to have on, one, her paid platform, and two, on her YouTube channel, and she would garner views from that, therefore making money, and this is a business for her, and she has bills to pay and staff to pay as well, for Kevin Hart to think that him saying, I have an NDA with her, and if you interview her and you put that out, then you're going to be violating this and that and the other. And she's, and I'm not saying these are the things that have been said, but I'm just kind of, just trying to come up with a scenario to maybe say, well, this is what could have happened. If he was threatening her to say, well, if you post that interview, I'm going to sue you. And she's like, well, bring it on. But if you don't want me to put the interview up, then you're going to have to compensate me for that, because this is something that is a business and I'm making money from it and I don't owe you any loyalty. That's not extortion. That's on, like, if you paid attention to the Donald Trump trial, the catch and kill thing is something that, not saying that if that was the case with Tasha K and Kevin Hart, that's the same thing. I'm not saying that's what it is. But catch and kill is something that happens a lot, where some publications, they'll take the story, they'll pay the person for the story, but they won't publish it. Because that's one of the things that the owner of the National Enquirer, who is good buddies with Donald Trump, said that he did with Karen McDougal, who was one of Donald Trump's mistresses. He paid this woman for her story, but he didn't publish it, all to not embarrass Donald Trump. And not a crime, civilly or criminally. So, unfortunately, because a lot of people just either don't like Tasha K for whatever reasons, or they just want to harp on the Cardi B lawsuit, which is years ago. Let's just be real, it was years ago. They want to use that as the gold standard for Tasha K being this terrible person. And it's just ridiculous. Kevin Hart is a terrible person, in my personal opinion. Anybody that would do something like that to their best friend, this was supposed to be his best friend. I don't want to hear anybody talking about Tasha K. This dude is terrible. He did that to his best friend, and let's not even go into what he did to his first wife. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Kevin Hart, just pay that man his money, because even the fact that JT agreed that they would settle this by Kevin Hart putting a post on social media to clear his name, there's no way I would just go for that. It'd have to be a whole lot more. And he couldn't even do that. So yeah, run me my money. $12 million plus interest. All right. So guys, I just wanted to share that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, Wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye. Don't wanna talk, don't wanna see, don't wanna feel,